Have you ever wondered why pros don't use GODOX kit? And there is a really good reason for this. Now, it's a question I get asked quite a lot. It's like, why don't you use your GODOX kit when you're doing professional work? So I've got this here. This is an AD 1200. This is actually by Pixapro, which is GODOX, just rebadged. Just dropped a bit of it. It's a decent bit of kit, 1200 watt light. I've been using this for 2 years for test shoots, hammering it. I'm about to buy some more. I'm just waiting for my accountant to give me the all clear to spend money because I might have spent not enough or too much. I don't know, but there we go. This is a good bit of kit. Nothing wrong with it, but we would never use it on a job. This, on the other hand, this is a broncolor pulso head with a little zoomy boop boop thing. I'm sure it's not called a boop boop thing. But this is what we would use in a job, or pro photo. And there's a really good reason, and it's probably not what you're thinking. If you have any questions about pro photography habits, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and answer those like mysteries for you. Camera gear is insanely expensive. Like, GODOX is affordable, it's great. If you are a hobbyist, buy it. If you are a pro photographer charging probably less than, say, what, $2,500 as your day rate before usage a day in pounds, that's what, $3,000? Use it. Absolutely good enough. There's nothing wrong technically with GODOX lighting. We shot some stop motion on this recently. Color consistency, perfect. Flash consistency, perfect. Not a single problem, but we still wouldn't use it on a big job. And it comes down to the way that the photography industry works. Now, what tends to happen is, and I'm not sure if you know this or not, I, the photographer, get the job. I'm like, yes, job acquired. I have my first assistant, who's usually somebody I know well. And my agent or producer will say to them, could you let us know what kit Scott needs on the shoot? And they will go, sure, we need this. And they give them the kit list. And if we're really lucky, we get to hire the Long John Silver light stands, because I like saying, can someone get the Long John Silver light stand over here? And it's got a pirate picture on the side of it. But rental houses have two things within them. They're either a pro photo rental house or a broncolor rental house. A GODOX rental house doesn't exist. Pixapro offer rental stuff, but it's more expensive to rent a GODOX light from them than it is to rent a broncolor Scoro. But that's not the only reason. Apart from my first assistant, who I know, everyone else on set will be a random. Lovely randoms, thankfully. I've never had a bad person on set with me as an assistant. But we'll maybe have another 3 assistants on a big job. And all of them know how pro photo works for sure, and some of them know how broncolor works. Now, even though my studio is predominantly broncolor, when we do commercial jobs, we use pro photo. Now, I have a few issues with flash consistency on the pro photo packs. It is not as good as the broncolor ones with the color, but it's good enough. They're pretty darn good. They pack a punch. They've got a 2,400 watt pack. I've also been told they've got a 4,800 or something watt pack. I've never seen it in a rental house though, but they've got my favorite modifier, the hard box. I like the way that you don't have to put metal over a flash tube. So I've got that cool bayonet system, which is like a clamp. Very good stuff. But everyone knows how to use them. Even so, when you turn up on set, most assistants will have a pro photo trigger on their person so they can do light firing whilst they're there. The Digitech's probably got one as well. A lot of them know how broncolor works, but probably not as familiar because it's not as popular or trendy or cool as pro photo is. But that's kind of how it goes. So if I turn up with GODOX lighting, one, no rental house can supply additional stuff. I'll have to own it myself, which makes no financial sense. Two, no assistant's going to know how to use it. And three, getting modifiers for it outside of what I own will be incredibly difficult, again, because of the rental economy. There are real reasons why people shoot certain things. Like, you don't often own a Pentax camera because where are you going to rent spares from? Where are you going to rent additional bodies and lenses from? If you've got a Canon 5DS like I have, pretty much every rental house in the country still rents those out because they're great cameras. Everyone knows how to work them. When I turn up on set, my Digitech's definitely got the right tether cable, even though I bring my own as well. But these sorts of things really matter in professional photography. But when I'm here and I'm doing a test shoot, these little 1200 watt lights are brilliant. They do a great job. There's nothing wrong with the actual quality or output, and the price, they're a bargain. They're not much over £1,000 each for 1200 watts. I mean, like 2 years of my use. We've done a couple of like week-long shoots where we've used it. When it's a smaller budget, we don't rent big kits, and we just use what I've got here and we shoot from my studio. Basically, if we're shooting from here, it's probably a low budget job. But these are great. They do a really good job, really good build quality. Love the packs. The triggers work well. They never let me down. In the same way that broncolor and pro photo never let me down. But the reason we don't use them on big jobs is because nobody rents them, and we rent everything. A lot of people assume that I might take all of this kit with me on set. Absolutely not. Often, if I'm not supplying cameras as well, I just turn up with my little Billingham bag and a laptop, and that'll be it. And sometimes like a tether cable just in case. But generally speaking, we don't carry a lot to shoot. It all comes from rental houses. It's just easier. It's cheaper. I'd have to get a van here to pack all this stuff in it, and that's more expensive than just renting it. And that's it. That's as simple as that. That's why we don't use GODOX. See you soon. Bye-bye.